Howdy, y'all. Well, if y'all have been following me about the casting and stuff on the 7BR, today we're going to load them. We're loading them for the XP100. We obviously using the Lee 130, 285 130. Gonna be using some H335 CCI small rifle, and we'll try to go through it step by step. We're going to be using some of this brand new Peterson brass here. We got very nice brass, very nice. I'll show you a few things about it, and then do some of the steps. We're not going to do all the steps because you can't do that on YouTube, but you might see more on Rumble. Depends. I may not try to do 2 videos. That sometimes gets too confusing. So, all right, let me bring you into the bench so we can see what's going on. Okay, so one of the first things I want to know on this new brass is it sized, you know, different things. So let's check that out. What I've got here is I've got 3 cases that were fired out of my pistol. Now, I'm not for sure of the diameter, datum line diameter we're supposed to be using. I cannot find any SAAMI specs on 7mm BR. The Hornady deal here does have 6mm BR, and they're saying use 350. Which I don't quite understand, because let me read it here a second. Oh no, there it is, 7BR 350. So that's what they're telling me to use. So what I've been doing is as I start reloading, a little more information I'm trying to get is if I can find the SAAMI print for it, I'm going to download it, and then I'm going to fill in my information here. So I was kind of confused because I'm thinking 375 is what it should have been, because I believe that's what 308 and some of the other ones are. But it says, the Hornady says use 350. So anyway, I wrote down both dimensions on it, just in case later on I find something different. But with the 350 out of my pistol, it measures 1 inch 163. And I obviously marked it out of my XP100. So we gotta just get this set. Depends on 163, 164 is what they've been measuring. 163.5. Pretty consistent. So the Peterson, it measures about 161, 60.5. pretty consistent. So do not need to size this stuff. It's already sized, which that's not too bad. That's got me, gives me about a 3 thou bump. Let's check the overall on them. 510. So they're a lot shorter than, I don't even remember what the trim length is now. Let me look it up right quick. I had it right here just a second ago. Da, 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 da. 520 is what they're calling it. So 510 should be trimmed to length. So we're right on length and everything. So these have got to be trimmed next time I load these. Yep. So we got trim to length is good. Bump back is good. And we have roughly 280. So we got plenty of neck tension. So all we need to do is prime them, put some powder in them, and shove the bullet in there. So let me get these things primed. Y'all don't need to see me priming them. Y'all know how to prime. We'll get that done. Then we will get the Frankfurt Arsenal Intel dropper set up to throw us some powder. Okay, so we got them all primed up. We used the round primer press. Got that done. We got our cases coated. We have our little book. This is what I call my range book that I take with me. And we got the color codes on it here. I'll write down the powder charge beside it. And then when we shoot them and go across the chronograph with them, I'll write down the numbers off the chronograph. So, got the front Arsenal set up, calibrated, and it's resolved. When I got up this morning, I turned it on some floor. Got it calibrated, put some powder in it, calibrated the powder. Then I went and checked the first charge weight. Put some check weights on it, and it was spot on. So we are ready to put some powder on. Yeah, that's probably about that much powder in there, right where my thumbnail is. We got the die backed up, which I never crimp. I've never crimped on this round anyway. I've always used jacketed bullets, and none of them, the jacketed bullets that I've used that I can remember, had a cantilever on it or anything anyway, so I used, well, they are rifle bullets, but are pretty much a rifle, even though they're shot through a pistol. We just never have crimped anyway, so. There it went in a little bit. There we are right now. We basically have the gas check into it. So we got a little bit to go. I need to, before I go any further, I need to chamfer these. I forgot to chamfer them. I had a little bit of lead shaving just now. So, but we'll get them set to length here. I'm going to come up just to the bottom. I'm going to come up just to the bottom of the crimp groove on it. That's what I'm going to use for a length. We're almost there. Let's see what that measures. Is it a good round number? One inch 991. That sound like a good number to y'all? Let's see. That puts us just at the top of the shoulder there. All right, I'll be right back. Let me get these chamfered. Okay, so I got them chamfered. I went ahead and double checked because I haven't made up a dummy round. Went ahead and checked my length, and it was too long. It closed on it. It was a little tight closing on it, and then when I went to eject it, the bullet it didn't stay stuck, but it was stuck, kind of stuck in the rifling, and it pulled the bullet out a little bit. So we made an adjustment, and took me 2 more tries to get it, but on the 3rd one I finally got it. It is right at the bottom or the top of the crimp groove. One inch 955. So that's what we're going with. 1 inch 955. So these first 3 here, you know, obviously the first one is about 945, and then we got about 951, and then we ended up with 950. So what I can do is I can pop them out a little bit, those 2, and then run them back into the die. I know this ain't the best way, but it is just a starting load. So it probably is not going to take much to move it out either. Actually, that's 56. So I missed it by 1 thou. Man. same to this one. That way we know they're all exactly the same. We don't have to worry about it. Takes very little to move it. And you don't have a crimp on it. Yeah, I didn't move that one. Still haven't moved it. Alright, let me turn it up in here. Guess I don't have my hammer calibrated today. It's Saturday. There we go. Says 58. Alright, 55. 55, 56. Let's we're gonna run around here. Let's see where we're gonna go set for the next charge weight. It wouldn't say stable when I pushed the button, so you gotta remember that. It's gonna say stable, or it won't throw a powder. There we are. There's a bullet over here. All right, 9:55. Let me get the rest of these done and we'll be back. All right, we got them all loaded up. Now I went back to the first one because it shaved the lead. You know, it's like, I'm gonna pull that. I'm gonna pull that. I pulled that bullet, and yeah. So thing is, I went to resize it a little bit, and the decapping pin got stuck in it. Now I could have gone in, undone the, let's pull it out of here. I could have gone in, undone this, take the pin out, put this back in so that I could size it. But I just said I'll pop it out and put it back in. There's no big deal. I'll do that. But it's stuck in there. So obviously I couldn't get it out of the shell holder because it was hanging out past the bottom down here. I don't know why it was like that, because I've never had a problem before, so I don't know if these flash holes are a little bit small or what. We'll have to check on that before we do any resizes or decapping on them to make sure what's going on. We'll check it with the rest that's in the pack. Trying to drive the pin down, I ended up just pretty much destroying the. So that'll go on wall of shame. But anyway, now we got all that first load's all the same, no doubt about it. So got all my load data taken care of, so all we need to do is just go to the range and do some shooting. So hopefully that'll be soon, but I don't know when. So all right, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody.